Ladies and gents and the rest, today we got an unexpected Friday patch. Mostly it affects PvP. That's why I would like to give you my thoughts on this patch, because I'm the most important thing in this game, right? Right. So, leader balance. Malfurion health reduced by 10%, which is really good. Not super important, but really good. Healing reduced from 70 to 50. It's a huge part. It's like, I don't know, like 20%, maybe more than 20% nerf. This is really good as well. Seeds of protection reduced from 5 to 3. In my opinion, it's not like the number of seeds was not a problem. The problem was the way you remove those seeds, which is only auto attacks, right? Or like spells, the actual like projectiles, if I'm using the right word. Seeds begin decaying after 25 seconds and then again every 5 seconds. So Malfurion shows up, drops the seeds on the core, let's say. 25 seconds later, one seed goes away. 5 seconds later, the other seed goes away. 5 seconds later, the third seed goes away. If you don't spawn new Malfurion, you're not going to have any seeds on your core. This is how it works now. In my opinion, all of that completely destroys Malfurion. Not that if I'm not happy, I'm super happy. It was a brain dead hero that heals the entire map while doing nothing. You know, it didn't even require any effort, which makes me happy. The Malfurion is dead, in my opinion, and it will. I'll tell you a couple of things after about Malfurion. But all these things were not necessary. Like, as long as we could remove seeds by just applying burning or poisoning on the structures, it would be enough. Didn't require that. Orgrim Doomhammer, Conqueror's Diplomacy. Bleed Out now kills the Conquered Mini in 15 seconds, down from 25. I've played Orgrim Doomhammer after that. Like, I managed to play almost 2 hours on stream, because I got the patch in the middle of my stream. And Orgrim Doomhammer, the changes I've noticed, I haven't noticed any changes, honestly. 15 seconds and 25 seconds, there's barely difference. The problem with Doomhammer was not the amount of time the stolen unit is available for. The problem was that it refreshes HP on both units every time you win Mag'Gora. That is the main power of Orgrim Doomhammer. So, in my opinion, this change is absolutely nothing. It makes it worse, but he's still OP as hell. Okay, Sylvanas Windrunner. This is like the worst change of this patch. Damage reduced by 10%. Like, who the hell asked them to reduce the damage by 10%? She was doing fine. The Warcraft Rumble team, just so you know, Sylvanas Windrunner can be killed by 1 gold bandits. Sylvanas Windrunner can be killed by 3 gold Doomhammer. Yeah, 3 gold Doomhammer kills Sylvanas Windrunner. And she costs 6 gold. Sylvanas Windrunner can be killed by any unit if she's polymorphed. And the Banshee mechanic doesn't even trigger. Why did you do this? I don't understand. The way it looks like in the game, I'll show you. Rumble PC. One sec. Right there. I'll show you Sylvanas. It actually says right on the talent. So this talent, Black Arrow travels 20% further. This is the old description. But attack speed is 10% slower, which was the second, by the way, which was the second nerf. So she hits, she is now weaker, and she hits slower if you pick this talent. I don't understand who asked for it and what the logic is. The devs never tell us why they did these things. They just silently throw the patch, and that's it. And there's no way to ask him this question. So Sylvanas Windrunner was definitely unnecessary nerf. I don't understand why they did it. Anub'arak, health of scarabs have been reduced from 100 to 10. Explosive shells damage reduced from 45 to 35. This makes it a little weaker, but not like super pooper weak, because it will still be the best talent. And if you nerf this, you have to buff the other 2 talents. Otherwise, it will still be picked. But overall, what happens to Anub'arak we have to wait a little bit because we need some testing. The patch came out 2 hours ago. I'm not able to tell you what exactly is going to happen to Anub'arak and where he's spot in the tier list now. But this nerf, if this nerf is not deadly for Anub'arak, Anub'arak will be where he is now. Pretty much like Orgrim. If this is deadly, Anub'arak is going to be like, meh, in the best case. Right? Maybe with Piercing Tower, we'll be able to use him. Okay, and limited time offers for split leaders. So here's what happens. I think they didn't want to nerf it, but people are so furious and PvP is unplayable, so they had to nerf it. And at the same time, they will have to sell it. So this is kind of, you know, two opposites, right? This is none of my business, honestly. Money-wise, like, I don't care what they do. I'll never say anything. They will not listen anyway. But that thing is really good. I played for 2 hours after I download this patch, and I haven't seen a single Malfurion. I haven't seen a single Malfurion. I want to believe that Malfurion is done as an OP hero. However, everybody now will switch to Orgrim because this nerf is nothing. Also, if Blizzard team ever listens, I know they won't. They use some other insights. I don't know where they get it. The problem is not the split leaders, because from these split leaders, people are just going to switch to something else. You know what will never change and what makes PvP what PvP is? Polymorph that is extremely broken. Shamans and the Ancient of War. These things make PvP a nightmare. Malfurion was one of those things. Now hopefully it's -1 problem. However, this nerf is nothing. And if you, in the next patch, if you could nerf, I would be totally cool if you just remove the mechanic of Ancient of War from the game completely. It will be better. And if you remove the talent from Shamans completely, it will be amazing. You're going to allow us to use anything we want in the game, the way we want. And if you make Ancient of War super expensive, like you give it like 8 gold cost, or I don't know, maybe 6 at least or something. If you do this, we will only be able to use it during the gold rush or during some extra gold modifiers. And it will be fine because it doesn't last long. Okay? Otherwise, everything, all the bad things that we have in PvP will stay. But there are some things I love in this patch, there are some things I hate. That is all I wanted to say. Now I need to make a PvP video. That's all.